Hello, everybody. My name's Justin Lesko. This guy's Roper Cunningham. This is the premiere of Nut Busters. We sit on ours to bust yours. Figure it out. What we got going on here? We're a couple of sports fans. We want to talk about sports. We want to talk about what's going on in the world. Not the political world. The actual world. We're realists. We want to tell you what's really going on. So let's get into this. We got some things behind us to kind of describe us. He likes the Broncos. It's okay. I love the Packers. Go Pack Dough. Rodgers, did you wrong. He likes the Sooners. You can say it. Go ahead. Boomer Sooner me once. Don't.
Boomer Sooner, baby.
I like the Badgers. We live quiet Oklahoma. Nothing goes on. We love sports. Let's tell you why we love sports. How did you become a Broncos fan, Roper?
Oh, let's see. I'd say about 6th grade, me and my friend from school, we done a whole lot of drawing, sports stuff. Just, we liked the color and all that good stuff. So the Broncos is a cool symbol and orange and blue is a cool color. So there you have it. Now we can really get into the real talk. Why the Broncos are good.
Or why they're bad. Why they're bad is what I like to hear. Packers. Go Pack Go. You know why. We're the best organization in the league. Argue it. You can't. You can't.
To an extent, you can't. You can't. I agree with the guy a little bit. I agree. They'll be my third favorite on the list.
Third?
Yeah.
Who's your second?
Third. There's not one. Nobody falls in that category.
It's just Broncos, nobody.
And the Packers.
Maybe the Packers.
Maybe on the good days, the Packers.
If there's one thing we can't agree on, we love our teams and we hate one team. The one team they call America's team.
The Dallas Cowboys of all teams.
Dallas Cowboys. Why do we hate the Cowboys? I hate the Cowboys fans. I hate all of them. We're the greatest team in America. We're America's team. No. I live in America. You ain't my team. So we agree that we hate the Cowboys. We're going straight into why we like our teams. What made us fans? Probably the same thing that made every Packers fan a Packers fan in the 90s. I was born in 93. Favre was there. Sure, 93, the team won the Super Bowl. Don't want to get into it. But Favre's at the Packers, starting his dynasty, starting his path to greatness. As is Elway's at the Broncos, doing okay. Go into the 96 season, we win a Super Bowl. In 97, we had a down year. Made back-to-back Super Bowls.
And then the Broncos come into the picture.
Elway cartwheels into the damn end zone.
Starts winning. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's where I start liking the Broncos even more. As a kid, I
started hating them.
I'm starting to love it.
Fast forward.
Winning championships.
Fast forward. We go till 2011. We got Aaron goddamn Rodgers. Still have him. Still the greatest quarterback of this era. Fight me. You can't. You can't. Who does the Broncos have currently?
Currently have Drew Lock, which has done pretty good the past 5 games for the Broncos this year. A work in progress. Still have the best defense since 2015 when we won our last Super Bowl.
They say defense wins championships. If they have the best defense, then fight me on why they're not in any kind of a playoff run. Quarterbacks win championships.
No, they don't. Defense wins championships. We're
You can
missing a
say
quarterback.
that. You can say that, but until you get Peyton Manning with this good defense, you don't win a Super Bowl.
But we
Why?
did. We won it. We won it. We won it.
Peyton Manning won you that Super
the
Bowl.
best quarterback that we have ever, other than Elway. We bring him in, win a Super Bowl with him, with the greatest defense, the greatest outside linebacker, Von Miller, still there to this day, doing good.
But your argument was, if defense is going to win championships, then they could have won that championship without Peyton Manning, the greatest, second greatest quarterback.
That
of
was
all
just
time.
a step up. We needed a little boost in our offense.
Even though in his last year he could barely throw the ball 5 yards.
He couldn't run, but about 2 miles an hour.
Neither can Tom Brady.
He probably is the GOAT. I'll agree with that. Patriots, by the way, not
But
interested.
are the Patriots going to win this year?
No, they're not going to win this year.
But
Neither
how
are
can
the
you say that?
Bucks.
The Patriots have one of the top 5 defenses just because they get rid of one of the greatest quarterbacks. My argument, quarterbacks win championships. They're still in the Bill Belichick era.
They can't.
They're going to do something, right?
Mm-mm.
Playoffs? Can you say playoffs?
No. I don't even see them in the playoffs. Nope. No playoffs.
I say they get knocked out by the Chiefs in the first round. The New England Patriots are going to go from the dynasty to the who were they. Just like the Packers did. Whenever Favre left, we went from... And then that's going to go to my argument. That really goes into my argument. Brett Favre leaves, and the Packers went into an era there for all of 4 years, 5 years, maybe a little longer. I don't want to get into it. Who were they? We had a good defense. We had a good team. We had Charles Woodson. We had Donald Driver. What did we not have? We didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
We had a defense.
I agree.
We had Charles Woodson, the most premier shutdown corner in the league. And you're trying to fight me on defense wins championships?
Still am.
There is one thing I will agree with here. Defense wins championships in college football. 2001, prime example. Who was the quarterback in 2001? Throw you.
Josh
Sam
Heupel.
Who?
Josh Heupel.
I thought it was Sam Bradford.
Josh Heupel in 2001.
Who's he?
They
He's
won a
a
national
nobody.
championship.
He's
Look at
a
their
nobody.
defense. Look at their defense.
Exactly. The defense won the Sooners that championship. They broke up the defense. When's the last time they won it? 2001.
2001.
2001. Baker Mayfield couldn't do it. He was a good quarterback. He will be a good quarterback.
Heisman Trophy winner. And their defense now, with Alex Grinch, they're coming up, but it's not what they're.
It's a Big 12 defense.
Yeah,
it's a Big 12 defense. OU moves into the SEC. Do they become a team? Do they become a good team?
They'll have the best offense in the SEC. They can score points. All Big 12 teams they're based on scoring points.
But when's the last time a Big 12 team went in and just dominated an SEC team? It hadn't happened in a while.
2000.
The Sugar Bowl.
What was that? 15, 16. They played Alabama and beat
Sugar Bowl.
Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. Was it? Sugar Bowl?
Alabama wasn't playing for the Sugar Bowl. They didn't care about the Sugar Bowl.
They did.
Nick Saban rolled into the Sugar Bowl, but I should be playing for national championships. I don't give a damn about this.
That was that. That's how.
Who was that quarterback? Who was their
with
quarterback? What was his name? Gosh darn it! What was his name?
I don't even remember.
And that's how relevant quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Unless you're a big name, Aaron Rodgers. Can't think of another one. In college football,
Peyton Manning.
my time. Peyton Manning was a college quarterback long before I was there. Although I will say, everybody who says that our generation didn't get to see the Michael Vick of college football, the hell with you. We saw Lamar Jackson going to be elite.
Getting better.
Oh my God, he's learning to throw the ball.
Still getting better.
Look at his weapons.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they get Antonio Brown to go with Hollywood Brown, to go with Mark Ingram, Andrews from OU?
Yep.
What the Baltimore Ravens have done was taken OU's offense, Hollywood Brown and Andrews. Those were the only weapons that Baker Mayfield had when he was here. And supplemented them in with the most dominant quarterback as far as athletic ability goes in football right now. Most dual threat quarterback. I'll agree with that. If they don't win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson, they have failed.
Yeah, for sure.
I really did think that Andy Reid was going to mess Patrick Mahomes up. I didn't think they were going to win a championship with Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
And then they did it, and I fear
he's the most athletic quarterback in the league.
Who?
Patty Mahomes.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say that Lamar Jackson's not just as athletic as Patrick Mahomes.
His throwing ability is not.
His throwing ability far exceeds Patrick Mahomes,
His throwing
which
ability
surprises
is
me.
nothing.
What did Patrick Mahomes do at Texas Tech?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
How did Patrick Mahomes come out of Texas Tech to be
I don't
who he
get it.
is?
I do not get it. I think about that all the time.
And
He comes out of college and wins 6, 7, 8 games out of his senior year, and then goes to the Chiefs
and I think it was his.
wins the Super Bowl 2 years later. 2 years later,
He was under Alex Smith, who's not athletic. He can throw. He's a game manager.
Mm-hmm.
He can throw the ball 10 yards.
Yep.
I can go in there and manage a game. I'll throw that 10-yard out route.
I agree.
Can Lamar Jackson? Man, John Harbaugh's a hell of a defensive special teams coach. Can he get Lamar Jackson? He got Joe Flacco to a Super Bowl, but that was on the back of a dynasty defense.
Yeah,
I'll say that. The defense won a championship in 2000, whatever, who cares, year, and then comes back and ends their run. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, all those guys, they come back and end it on the Super Bowl win.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Flacco just happened to be there.
Yep.
But
I see him there in the Super Bowl in the next.
It gotta be if
not this year coming up.
Baltimore's the AFC team. What's the NFC team that makes that even remotely competitive? Cowboys.
They're
the Cowboys
the best team in? Yeah, because there's nobody else that's
not defensive.
Dak Prescott's not going to win a Super Bowl ever.
If Dak Prescott wins a Super Bowl, it's because Zeke Elliott, D.D. Westbrook. No, CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee
Lamb, not D.D. Westbrook's on the Jacksonville Jaguars. CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Jason Witten. Is he? No, he went to a different team. He's with the Raiders.
Drafted, I think to the Raiders, or not drafted to.
He
traded to the Raiders for 1 year.
That's going to be a weird thing. Cowboys fans, comment. What do you think about seeing your man outside of an NFL booth where he was terrible in a different uniform? He should have retired as a Cowboy.
But I got different views on Jason Witten. In my view, one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. He was a great tight end. Great. Still is. But he is getting old. Terrible TV commentator. Kind of like we're doing right now. But we're doing our best, and yeah.
But what brought him? He thought he had it. He was there with Tony Romo. Tony Romo made him great. Goes into my argument, quarterbacks.
No, Tony Romo.
Yeah, Tony Romo.
That's what made the Cowboys bad.
Okay.
No.
So Tony Romo, he was an okay quarterback. He had a lot of mess ups as a quarterback. But man, he makes one of the best on-screen commentators that I think I've ever seen.
He's very good.
I loved
at his job now.
Yeah, I loved watching Gruden.
Yeah.
But man, Romo's different.
I like
you're
Gruden
not
coaching.
Everybody, Drew Brees. We're going to get Drew Brees on NBC. He's not Tony Romo.
Mm-mm.
I don't care to see Drew Brees.
What's
he going to do? Hoist his kid up there? That's all he had in the Super. Drew Brees is relatable because he hoisted his kid up after a Super Bowl win.
And he went and kissed his kids when he broke the NFL passing yards record too. The whole time, and they loved him. And
There's one record that will never, I hope, ever be beat in the NFL. Do you know what record that is?
I have no idea coming from
Brett Favre's interception record. Nobody's striving for that record.
No, that's a record he's going to keep for probably the rest of his life.
There's two records, I think, that will never be beat that two different Green Bay quarterbacks own. One, after he retires, Aaron Rodgers will go down as the best touchdown to interception ratio record. Nobody's ever going to beat that. Two, nobody, I promise you, if there's a quarterback out there striving to beat Brett Favre's interception ratio, or not even just that, I forgot he has another record. Most consecutive games played. in today's NFL, is there anybody tough enough to do that? I don't see a quarterback right now tough enough to even try and match that.
No, and this might be a little bias coming from OU. Baker Mayfield.
He took a lot of hits. He took a lot of hits.
I have not seen him miss a game yet, to my knowledge. Correct
That's
me if
true.
I'm wrong in the comments.
I don't think
I've ever seen Baker miss a game. Still
And
a
we're not-
rookie in my books.
We're talking about from when he started, not obviously whenever he was working the bench. What about? Is it because? Do we not see it because today's game's so much faster, so much harder? And back in the day, yeah, they could light you up, but I think they were really going to light you up in the day. Like they wanted that hit, and if they didn't get that hit, they were just going to brush off of you, and you were going to run into the touchdown. Nowadays, since you can't take that hit, they're looking to get you down.
They're going to get you.
They're going to look at Von Miller. I'm going to go. I hate the Broncos. I will attest to Von Miller's greatness off the edge.
Yes.
That guy is the most technically sound pass rusher right now.
Yep.
And I don't mean any disrespect to J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, fellow
I'm still there with
Wisconsin
J.J. Watt even.
alum.
JJ's... That's another one of them Texas teams.
JJ's a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you tear your body down and rebuild your body?
Build it back.
And then still have that drive to say, I want to go get hurt.
Yes.
Man, I think
That's
after
a
3 or
crazy
4
guy.
surgeries, I'm pulling the Andrew Luck. I'm getting the hell out. I'm out of here. I'm tired of rehabbing.
Andrew Luck. Oh, man, this is great.
Did he retire too soon?
No. He's
You
just
think
fine.
he did the right thing?
Yes.
I think he retired too soon.
I never have been a Luck fan.
Is it the neck beard?
Just look at the guy.
It's the neck beard.
It's horrible.
You shaved. What do you look like without a shaved neck beard? What do you look like without that thing? I don't remember. I'm sure he had it in college. I'd have to go back and look.
He probably did. Was it he Stanford? Is that where
Stanford.
He came from? Stanford. Yep.
He was at Stanford the year OSU should have went to the national championship game. If you do not remember that,
I don't remember that.
OSU, they had the horrible plane wreck. Gundy made the decision that he was going to go out and play the game against Iowa State. They should have never played that game against Iowa State. They were undefeated. They get into Iowa State and they get beat. They should have been in a national championship game. They should have not had a national championship handed to them. From what year? Like
I think
1940.
No. Like 1946.
The
They got it
40s?
dealt to him. Yeah.
If there are any OSU Cowboys fans out there that are now waving that flag around saying, we did it! No, you didn't. You weren't born. You were not born.
No. You guys done nothing.
They just awarded, they felt sorry for you.
Felt bad.
The only thing OSU has going for them is golf.
They have wrestling.
It's tapered off.
That's your forte there.
It's tapered off. They're not as good as they once was.
They do have golf, and golf's all right in my books.
Golf talk. Tiger Woods, love him. Only guy I like. That's golf talk.
Yeah, Phil Mickelson. I like him because he's
Did you
left-handed,
watch the match
and I
too?
wouldn't hit a club left-handed.
Did you watch any of the match? The second match with Tom Brady? Peyton
no,
Manning?
I've seen some highlights of it.
I watched that whole thing, and I will just say right now, if you didn't see the clutchness in Tom Brady come out whenever he eagles that hole, after Charles Barkley calls that dude out. Hey, Peyton, or Eli, or either way, if you don't hit this shot, and he goes out, he just hits that shot. He just banks it.
Yeah, that's the clutch, and they go.
He is. He is. I'm not calling him the GOAT.
But they picked a horrible time for that game.
Yeah.
That just not.
Man, could you imagine
that's not something everybody needed to see was that kind of golf game being played. I don't think so.
I think that game needed fans.
Yeah.
Could you imagine all the Denver, Indianapolis fans against the Patriots? Denver and Indianapolis, correct me if I'm wrong, collectively hate the Patriots.
For sure.
They hate them
For
Who
sure.
doesn't hate the Patriots?
Yeah.
They're the Patriots.
That was one of the biggest rivalries, well, for a few years, was just Peyton Manning and Tom Brady themselves just playing, you know?
When Peyton Manning was with Indianapolis, I always hoped he was beating the Patriots. It didn't happen a lot. It did not happen a lot.
Nope.
But boy, I sure hoped for it. And then when he comes to Denver, that first year when he was at Denver, man.
That was actually a rough year, the first year.
No, the first year, remember, he was electric. He put on the passing touchdown record year.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, I guess as a cumulative team.
Yeah.
The second year.
I'll say, it got off electric. They were the hottest offense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Got to the Super Bowl.
And then what happens?
Yeah.
You got a defense.
Yeah.
Man. And then we're back to this again. We get
Are
a
you trying to
defense.
say that...
And what
are you
happened
trying to
the
say
second
that
year Tom Brady was there, or Peyton Manning was there, we won a Super Bowl.
But in the same sense, the first year Tom Brady's there and you go to the Super
No,
Bowl,
it's
you
Peyton
lost
Manning.
it.
Peyton Manning is who we're talking
Peyton
about.
Manning goes there, you lost the Super Bowl.
The first year.
But you had the same defense.
They needed to mold more.
Needed a jet.
Needed
That's-
to gel. That's everybody's excuse. We'll take that. Nick Saban, if you're listening, that's what we're after, you Alabama people out there. You guys need a mold.
Does Alabama win another...
No.
You don't think they win
No.
another championship?
No. Clemson's do.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
LSU done?
Yes.
Joe Burrow's gone?
Gone.
Half their
You can't
receivers, I
have
think,
another
are gone.
quarterback like that there ever again.
Joe Burrow, does he step into Cincinnati and do something? He's getting A.J. Green back. He's
Well, let's
got
talk
Joe
about
Mixon.
Cincinnati. What they win? One in the past 5 years. If you go in there and even win 3 games at Cincinnati, which he's capable of doing.
Well, that's what everybody said with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield goes in there his first year. He wins, 6 games?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Yeah.
still... I felt so bad for that guy going into... I hate the Sooners. When Baker Mayfield gets there, and they're saying, okay, they're going to let him sit a year, and then they throw him in there, and he starts winning.
Mm-hmm.
They add Odell in the offseason. They have Jarvis Landry. They get Nick Chubb with Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
They have... God, how do they not have a good defense?
Well, they only have an offensive line, first of all.
Yeah.
You kind of got to work around the offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you
look at
can't
Odell. He has not had a good year since he's even been to Cleveland.
Is that because of the quarterback?
Last year was absolutely horrible.
Is that because of the
I
quarterback?
mean, you can kind of even pick at the Giants whenever Eli was throwing to him. What do you have, a year, 2 years, good? That kind of got his name out there?
Is Odell actually good? Or is Odell just Odell because Odell can make that one catch
He makes immaculate catches.
every now and then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think every receiver in the NFL can make that catch.
Yeah.
Now it's almost expected for every NFL receiver to make that catch.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost expected for every college receiver to start making that. When are you Are you going into your high school practice and saying, "Hey, one-handed catches only until you get it like Odell, and then you can make it to college and hopefully this NFL"? That's the stupidest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Odell got popular because of a catch.
Because of his catches that he's had. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just say the one catch. I like that catch for one reason.
I really don't even know if the Browns are going to do anything this year, in a way, to be honest. I don't think they...
Everybody's healthy that I know of.
Yeah, I think
They
they're all
got
healthy,
offensive
but
line in the draft.
one.
It's maybe that one
What they need.
will tie something up.
Yeah.
Or Baker's just going to sit there and run for his life again.
And he runs.
But
like
that's what
we
I was
all
getting
know.
at. He goes in there, he wins, I think he won 6, 7 games the first year.
I think, yeah.
It was 6 or 7
sure,
games.
yeah.
The next
Yeah.
year, Super Bowl bound Browns. They
Mm.
can't get to the playoffs. They're going straight to the Super Bowl. How do you get there?
That one
So-
summer they was talking about they were going to at least go to the Super Bowl. They were in our odds were in their favor for the Super Bowl.
So tell me how that
I
does
wasn't
it.
agreeing.
So that's what I'm getting at. Does Joe Burrow go into Cincinnati winning 1 game, win 3 games, and the next year Cincinnati just automatically has to be thrust into the freaking playoffs?
I think they'll get better faster than the Browns are just from their interior, their ownership, their general manager, head coach.
I can't
figure
diss
any of that
diss
out.
the Browns general manager because he was with the Packers.
Dorsey, right?
Dorsey.
Yeah.
And that guy, he's not very electric, but
Something's got to change with the Browns, and like everybody's talked about.
But look at the head coach they had, Freddie Kitchens. What has Freddie Kitchens ever done? Has Freddie Kitchens ever even coached college football as a head coach?
I think he was a defensive coach, wasn't he?
As a head coach?
Yeah. No, I don't think he's
never been a head coach. How are you not a head coach in college football? I get all the time that coaches come into the NFL and then get thrust into some offensive coordinator job, defensive coordinator, special teams. But at least maybe in college football or high school football even, they were at least a head coach?
Yeah.
How do you thrust Freddie Kitchens in there and expect him to take Baker Mayfield to the next level? You know how I see.
I'm with you.
I will compare
understand.
this right now. Matt LaFleur. Who in the blue hell is Matt LaFleur? I give zero shits about Matt LaFleur. He stinks. Without Aaron Rodgers, Matt LaFleur's offense does not live. Look what he did.
Have they made a change? No, he's still there.
Oh, he did make a change.
Well, let's think about it.
They did make a change.
They drafted a quarterback.
Dude, we got a quarterback.
Draft, stupid.
We got Aaron goddamn Rodgers, and we drafted a quarterback.
We had different plans for Aaron Rodgers, and it's probably not going to be there.
Where does Aaron Rodgers go in 3 years?
The Panthers.
There's no way Aaron Rodgers sticks it out with the freaking Packers for 5 more years.
I wouldn't.
You see the Panthers?
I think so. That was just
I'm trying to think. Yeah, they've got Christian McCaffrey.
Who's their quarterback right now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
They had Cam Newton.
Yeah, not no more.
I don't think he goes to the Panthers. I fear one thing, and that one thing is remotely due to history. Does he pull the Brett Favre? Does Aaron Rodgers go and play for the Bears or the Vikings? He'll never play for the Lions because the Lions are shit.
He won't play for the Vikings. Not with Kirk Cousins there, and he signed like a four-year huge.
But that's what I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers still has 3 years. If Kirk Cousins doesn't pan out, he's gone. They have Adam Thielen, Cook at running back. They're doing nothing but getting better.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins doesn't pan out, man. They're getting rid of him. Aaron Rodgers does the Brett Favre thing. See you later. Bye. I'm going to the Vikings to kick the Packers' ass for what they did to me. I would.
Crazy.
I almost would have to support that. I couldn't support what Brett Favre did because he hinted at retirement. Before Rodgers was there, Favre hinted at retirement. He was going to retire. The Packers did the right thing there. And they got who was supposed to be the number one quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. They didn't trade up to get him. He fell to them.
Yep.
But I don't know. I would support him.
That was the biggest draft question for me, is why did they draft?
I would support him, though. I would go and I would say, I can't even say school. School. What's the deal with school?
Oh man, these people are gonna think we're crazy.
School.
School.
Do the 49ers not give Baltimore a good run in the championship? 49ers.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Where did he come? How?
But has he came?
How can you say say has he came? That dude gets injured last year. They are crap.
But they honestly don't score points. They do. Okay.
You can't say that. They destroyed the Packers.
But their defense.
They were right there with.
They got a very, 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 very good defense.
Yeah, but they was right there with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, any games that they have played, they're all super, 14-20 or 10-3. Their defense is holding them, but their offense is really not that good. in my opinion.
No, they were in one
They're
game.
not that good. Okay, one game.
The Packers.
One game.
They destroyed the Packers.
One game. Yeah,
But-
one game. But
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They do have the probably one of the second greatest coaches in history, though.
Who?
Kyle Shanahan. You know who that is, right? It's Mike
Shanahan's
Shanahan's dad. Where did Mike coach at? If you can think about that for a minute. He came from the Broncos.
Did he win that?
He won a championship with them.
Was that the
Yes,
Elway?
Yeah, that was the Elway year. I think might even.
So you're trying to tell me Shanahan's can't win without a good quarterback? I think that's all I heard there.
Man.
All I heard there was Shanahan's. You can't win unless you
Get a
get
better
a good
quarterback.
quarterback.
Get a better quarterback than Garoppolo. You're winning a championship next year.
How can you say that? They hung in there with the freaking Chiefs.
They did. Yeah.
I wish there was a way to have
But
Baltimore.
then that kind of go back to my argument. They hung in there with the Chiefs. Probably the greatest offense in NFL last year. And who stops that offense? The defense. Like I just said with the 49ers. You got to have a good defense to win a championship. Defense wins championship.
They got to both.
If you guys agree with me, put it in the comments that you agree defense wins championships. A lot of people probably will.
You have to see my point on that though. Everybody there is a reason that the quarterback is the number one highest paid player on that team. You don't win a championship
to
with the
protect
quarterback.
their ability.
Huh?
It's to protect their ability. They get paid a lot of money to be protected. You got to realize the people that are around them who protect them.
But you're not winning a championship. Okay, I'll give you an example here. Jacksonville had they kind of split it up. Now, they had a dominant defense.
And then Nick Foles.
No, Nick Foles got hurt.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah,
Gardner Minshew steps in and does nothing. Minshew mania, why? Because he won 3 games?
Completely agree.
Get him out.
When was that? 3 years ago? 3 years ago, they had that great defense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they split it up.
Yep.
Because they didn't have a good quarterback. They didn't.
It's almost what's going on with the Bears. Look at Mr. Trubisky.
What happened to him?
He's
How do you go?
like this?
Was it the
so
sophomore
up, so
slump
down.
in the 3rd year? That's what it looked like.
Was he ever really that good, though?
Are you trying to say that the defense is carrying the Bears?
No, not that either. About 10 years ago.
The 85,
Chicago was good.
The 85 Bears 10 years
25
ago.
years ago.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
No,
Probably even 30 years ago, yeah.
I don't see. If Rodgers goes to the Bears, man, he really hates the Packers.
That's a huge rivalry.
It
was probably one of the
It
greatest,
is the
biggest
biggest
rivalries ever.
You name anybody who's going to outshine the Packers-Bears rivalry on TV.
Yeah.
The 2 of the most storied franchises out there.
There's none that I could even think of.
Who's the Broncos' biggest rivalry?
It was Green Bay back in when I was kind of even growing up.
That's a good matchup. Elway versus Favre. And Favre won
With
the
me and
majority.
my friends now would be more even Chiefs, Broncos, but we all know how that goes now. I don't know.
Even with that dominant defense.
With that
That
dominant
should win them the
defense.
defense.
Hey, we had the best corner out there for a very long time, Talib, but he would never keep his mouth shut. I think he's at
that
49ers now. Hence the reason they got a good defense.
Speaking of keeping their mouths shut, can Terrell Owens make a comeback?
No.
Terrell Owens, just stay with me for a second. Terrell Owens,
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham.
The Browns.
Woo! That was floated at
It
Bayfield's
was out
first
there?
year. It was there. He visited.
That guy's old.
You know who can make him good? Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can make Terrell Owens relevant
They don't
again.
have a receiver right now to throw to. Anybody can go.
No. I'm telling you that the Packers doing nothing. Why would you draft a quarterback and a running back? 2 of the most stable positions on your whole team. Aaron Jones is a beast.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
I'm sick of talking about the Packers because I'm going to do nothing but get mad about this season.
I would too.
If we make it to the playoffs this season, Wink. I can't even say
There's
that.
no way
I can't say it with a straight face. The Packers aren't going to make the playoffs
they
this
will
season. Unless, of course, you put Jordan Love in there, the face of the franchise all of a sudden.
The Broncos will make the playoffs this year. You watch. Guaranteed. Right now, mark it down on your little calendar book that we will make the playoffs.
We'll say that. We'll say that.
We
What
will
is
make
today's
the
date?
playoffs.
So Monday, June 8th, the Broncos are going to make the playoffs.
They will make the playoffs this year. Yes.
I don't think so. Yes. Let's segue. Do we have college football? Is college football coming back this year? I don't think they are.
Mm-hmm. I think they will. September 1 is when it's supposed to start, correct?
You're telling me that you're going to bring these college students... You're telling me the college students are going to agree to come back and not get paid? NFL's coming back because they're getting paid to come back. NBA's coming back. They're getting paid to get back. Baseball, nobody cares about.
Yeah, speaking about
they
that.
make
half of the players don't want to take a pay cut anyways. Too,
they make way too much money anyway.
Yeah.
To sit
Way
there and
too much.
gripe about putting their lives in danger?
Yep.
Look at the sports that have come back. You have Korean baseball, as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's going fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're implementing all their procedures fine. I did hear they have, all right, so soccer's back in Europe. And I saw a story where, so Korean baseball is putting up paper pictures of fans to make it feel like a fan's atmosphere. I saw that a soccer team put up blow-up sex dolls
sex dolls
as fans and then apologized, trying to say, oh, sorry, we didn't know they were sex dolls. What?
How do you not know they're sex dolls, first of all?
You think they just have a hole in their mouth because they look good?
Standing there yelling at you constantly, you know?
That's that has got to be what that team's manager thought. Hey, this looks like they're yelling at me.
But I think college football will come back, but there's going to be a lot, you know, like Ohio State. They're cutting a lot of their facilities down, trying to, population-wise, I guess, in their stadiums is what they're trying to control now. It's going to be a lot different for the players, even the fans, because they're going to be split up between people, you know. But
I don't see how college sports happen this year. Just for the sheer fact that they're not getting paid to happen this year. Does the NCAA want it? Of course the NCAA wants it.
For sure.
They need that money.
They want the money, yeah.
But as far as professional, the only reason professional sports are coming back, the NBA is coming back because they want paid.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the route that the NBA is taking. You put a March Madness bracket together for the best players in the NBA.
In Orlando, Florida, of all places?
Oh,
come on. Talking about moving their wood and everything off their floors to make it feel like a home.
Can you imagine moving the wood? Hey, the Thunder's up next. Go get their wood. They're the home team in this one.
Go get it out of the trailer.
Go get it out of the U-Haul. I think that's the stupidest. Just put one floor down. It makes it right for every team.
Mm-hmm.
What if on the way one team's floor gets chipped? Then what do you do? Are they at a disadvantage because they can never use their home floor?
I bet they probably have plenty of other extra wood that they need.
Man. That's the only part
that was just a talk. I don't
know
feel
if
like
they're
going to be.
I don't like that part of it.
No.
But I do love the
If they want to check their temperatures, check for COVID before every game, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. But I say if
for them.
If the families and friends can come, then the fans can come too. The willing fans can come too.
The fans that aren't scared or you know, of the COVID.
We've been doing this since what? February?
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't contracted it yet, listen, Oklahoma, I don't know if we had any laws against going outside. Not like I'm hearing in New York or California.
Vegas.
Texas and Oklahoma, I don't know that we were shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could still go out to eat.
Yeah.
I could still go to the park.
Can't go to Walmart past 8:30.
All right, but Walmart's just one of them corporation deals. They did it for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as shutting the state down, I was never told to go home and stay home.
No.
I didn't get corona to my knowledge. I didn't get tested because I don't have symptoms.
Yep.
Could be a super spreader. Don't know.
Super spreader.
but that's what I'm saying. If the NBA players would be okay with it, and the owners and whatever are okay with it, I think they should let the willing fans that want to come and see the great sport of the NBA come back and see it. Texas is opening capacity up to 50%. How come Orlando can't?
Very true. Yep.
But if they don't, at least we will have something to watch.
We need something.
We need something.
We need MMA's back
to
a
see.
little bit. MMA's back a little bit now.
Conor
with,
McGregor.
With no offense. He retired
Conor
today
McGregor
again.
retired again for the third time.
That guy.
Why is Conor McGregor retiring again?
That was just a...
Is it just to draw? He
Exactly.
wouldn't get
Draw
attention
to him. And man,
I feel like every
the
time
guy.
he does it, he
he's
comes
great.
back and fights a couple months later.
Yeah.
The first time, what did you go fight Floyd?
Yeah, I think he's going to do it again. Did you see Floyd called him out on Facebook?
I saw that, but everybody's calling Conor out.
Yeah.
And he's accepting everybody's fights.
He can't keep his mouth
The fight,
shut.
I will tell you, the fight that I want to see, I want to see Mike Tyson fight. I never got to see Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Have you seen his videos?
Yeah, I've been looking him up on YouTube.
Look at those eyes. He scares the... Could you imagine rolling up on Mike Tyson?
He's going to hit you really hard.
He's going to knock the fuck out of you.
He's going to fuck
He
you
is
up.
going to destroy anybody in his path. And all he has to say is, he's woke again.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Does that mean he's going to go after Vander Holyfield's other ear?
But Vander don't want to actually physically fight. He wants to fight, but he don't want to go full 100%. He just wants to do the no knockout type of stuff. But
if he gets in there, is he
said if he gets hit, he's going to hit. So I don't understand what he was trying to say.
If he gets in there, is it strictly just to take a chunk out of Tyson's ear?
That would be the greatest thing ever if he done that. I would laugh so hard if he just bit his ear.
There's no way they get in there together and tie up. You know Tyson's got that in his head. This dude wants to bite my ear.
Yeah.
This dude's after my ear.
Should I bite his even? You want to make a remake of this?
Do we do this again? Oh,
yeah,
I wish I could have been alive for that.
Oh, man.
Or at least watching it. Unreal.
Yeah. Well, I think we're running out of time now,
I think
aren't
so. That is Nutbusters in a nutshell.
We're just going to keep talking and talking and talking
We're gonna,
to you.
Anything that rolls up in our brains is going to come out to you. That is how we want this show to roll.
Anything we have wrong, just tell us, scream at us.
Oh, we're going to be wrong.
Correct us.
There are times that I'm just going to make stuff up.
Yep. That's what we're here for, entertainment.
Just to see if the viewers can catch it. I'm just going to throw something out there. Hey, so-and-so did something this time. Yeah. See if you catch me. If you catch me, I will call you out on the comments. I will tag you in anything. I will say congratulations, you did it. You caught me for saying.
I catch him all the time, guys.
He never catches me.
We have this.
He's not going to catch me.
I'm with you.
He doesn't. He sit there and look at me funny, but then I'll make him believe that maybe they did. Maybe the Packers did win the Super Bowl in 2009. Now that I think about it.
All right, guys.
All right. Be safe. Be
See
good.
you next week.
NBA, LeBron, we're coming back. A few days.
See you later.